Okay, so what we've done last lesson, and you all did very well on it, we were revising how to round numbers, and sometimes we do it to the nearest decimal place, and sometimes we do it to the number of significant figures. Now we're just extending that to sort of a real life skill when you might in the real world be wanting to roughly know how much something is. So we're just going to be estimating numbers here, and this is revision. We have done this before. So the strategy is twofold. First thing you do, every single number in the calculation you round to one significant figure. So that's what you were practicing yesterday. Okay, so step one, you're going to round every single number to one significant figure. Once you've done that, using those rounded numbers, you just work out the calculation in your head. So this must not be with a calculator today, guys. This has got to be practicing it just using either in your head or just doing little side workings. So step one, you round to one significant figure. Step two, you do the calculation. So let me just talk you through some examples straight out of your homework, which will be Hegarty 131. So, and it's reminding us each time we're going to round to one significant figure. So 22.4 to one significant figure is 20. And 49.8 to one significant figure is 50. So there's step one. And then step two, to get your final answer, 2 5s are 10. And then you've got the 2 extra zeros. So 0 and 0. So make sure you're okay with what I did there. You just basically ignore the noughts to start with and just say 2 5s are 10, and then you add on the noughts that you've got. So 1, 2, so 2 noughts in addition to the 2 5s are 10. And that's your final answer. Simple as that. The whole point is this is quick because we're estimating. Right, question 7. So same principle. 142.75 is 100 to one significant figure, and 9.56 is 10. So our answer there is 10 lots of 100. So you take your 100, you just add a naught because you're multiplying it by 10. Couldn't be easier. Now, be careful. This is the one that always catches people out. The second number is fine. Everybody on the whole appreciates that that's 2000. But 0.48 to one significant figure is not 0, is not 1. You've got to go to 0.5. Okay, that is one significant figure. Okay, so if any of you are going to get any of these wrong, I guarantee it will be question 8. Okay, 0.48 goes to 0.5. And then you've just got to say to yourself, what is 0.5? Well, that's half. So what's half of 2000? Well, half of 2000 is 1000. So that's your final answer. Okay, 2 to go. So the last couple are a little bit more tricky in as much you've got to do, round 4 numbers. So just again, take your time. On the numerator on top, 9.9 becomes 10, and 285 becomes 300. And on the denominator, 18.6 becomes 20, and 3.3 becomes 3. Okay, so 10 lots of 300 is 3000, and 20 times 3 is 60. Now, just do a little bit of simplifying. You can basically divide top and bottom by 10, so that gets rid of one of the noughts. So we're left with 300 to be divided by 6. So just set up a little side working. Some of you can probably just do that in your head. The 300 divided by 6. So 6 is into 3 doesn't go, so we look at the whole 30. 6 is into 30 is 5. It's 5 6s are 30, and then we've got the nought on the end. Okay, so the final answer there is 50. Okay, 300 divided by 6 is 50. And then question 10. So similar idea, 174.2 rounds to one. Hopefully you can hear me. I think somebody just accidentally muted me then. Can everybody hear me still? Can somebody just confirm you can hear me?
Yeah.
And have you been hearing me all the way through, Emma?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, thank you. Okay, I think somebody just accidentally just muted me then. So 174.2 becomes 200, and then 23.46 becomes 20. Okay, and on the denominator, 162.9 becomes 200, and 10.73 becomes 11. No, it doesn't, becomes 10. Okay, nearly made a mistake there. Of course, 11 would be two significant figures, wouldn't it? Remember, every single number has only got one digit, which is not a naught. Okay, 200, 20, 200, and 10. Now, if you're smart, you might just cancel out those 200 straight away. That would be a clever thing to do. 200 divided by 200, and that would just leave you with the 20 over 10, which is 2. If you didn't see that, no problem. You could have just do it the old-fashioned way of multiplying it all out. So 2 times 2 is 4, and then we've got the 3 noughts on top. And 200 times 10 is 2,000. Cancel, 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 cancel. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So 2 is your final answer. All right, so that's it. So by definition, this should be a quick one, because the whole idea of estimating is that it's a really quick process, because you don't need to know the exact answer. You just want to know roughly what the answer is, and you want to do it really quickly. All right, so if you could just rattle through that now, please, guys, that would be great. Deliberately quite a quick one, because it's a lovely hot day. It's Friday, so I think it's quite nice. It's just quite a short exercise today. Okay, cheers, guys. Have a super weekend when it comes around. Bye.